now and time for our viewer queries, and let me quickly dive into it. We already have a lot of viewer queries actually pouring in, and this one is coming in from Abhishek Bhandari. He's saying he has Tata Power, which he's purchased at 125 rupees per share. He's saying it's gained almost 100%, wants to know whether he can continue to hold on to this counter and whether he should hold the stock for the next 2 years, and if so, what sort of a target should he look at? Mandar, this one is for you. For Tata Power, Abhishek is holding from the levels of 125 rupees per share. Should he continue to hold on to it, considering he's making good profits on it as well?
Thing is, we need to congratulate him. He's bought at a very good price. The stock has doubled, more than doubled from that level. So congratulations, Abhishek. Now at current levels, I think the stock looks a lot stretched, a lot stretched. So therefore, yes, because he's holding at it from a lower level, I think at current levels he can do partial profit booking, take some profit, because the stock in the last 1.5 years from levels of 30 rupees has rallied to the current levels of 263. So that's a big kind of gain that the stock has managed to, and in the last 1 month itself, the stock from 160 has gone to 262. So it cannot go up and defy gravity. That's not going to happen. So at current levels, I think because the stock is stretched, take some profit, hold rest of the position with a trailing stop loss. The stop loss is deep. It's not nearby. The stop loss is at around 200 levels. But yes, that stop loss can be implemented right now, and do partial profit booking at current levels and take a review. I think the stock is going to get into a consolidation for the next few months once this rally is done. So therefore, take some profit for now.
Right. Okay. Gentlemen, I do want to remind you, we've got a lot of queries, so do keep your answers as short as possible. Having said that, for everyone who's tuning in from their homes using their television sets and who've sent us WhatsApp messages, there's a bit of an issue with the WhatsApp number as of now. We'll try and resolve that as quickly as possible, but we may not be able to take your queries as of now. I'll let you know when we start doing that again. Now, the next question is coming in on YouTube from Apratim Mukherjee. He's got Cadilla shares at around 510 levels, and he's wondering what to do with it, since he says that it's not moved too much. I'm coming to you on Mandar on the charts itself, or rather, actually, let me go to you, Vijay, on the fundamentals. Pharma under pressure, would you hold on to Cadilla?
There is some kind of consolidation I'm expecting in Cadilla, although it's a good company and it has got approvals for the vaccine for the children. So I would say that just hang around for some time, have a stop loss for sure. So I would recommend that he should have a stop loss of around 500, and there are huge chances that pharma might come up, because if at all we see some kind of a correction in the market, the money would definitely shift to the conservative defensive counters, and I think that pharma, FMCG would be the best bets then. So Cadilla, as such, the company is good, financials are good, the company is not overvalued at all, the valuations are not overstretched. So just hang around, have a stop loss of 500 and wait.
All right, this one is coming from Syed, and he's saying that he's holding SRF shares. He wants to know why is the stock heading downwards, and also what will be the upper targets. He wants a view on chart pattern of SRF. Mandar, will you be able to help us, Syed, with regards to SRF? How are the charts looking? What sort of upper level targets should he look at for SRF? He's not, however, told us at what price has he bought SRF.
See, in case of SRF also, if he's bought at a lower level, then this is a good kind of investment that he's made, because if you look at the long-term chart, then the stock has been steadily moving up for the last many years. So, but at current levels, I think the stock is preparing itself for a consolidation. So, currently it trades at 2384 levels, 2384. So he can hold with a stop loss at around 2200, but I think if he's bought at a lower level, then he needs to do some partial profit booking here, and then maybe review as the stock gets into this consolidation, whether to continue to hold the rest of the position or fresh positions, not at all at current levels. Wait for a fresh invitation to happen.
Okay. I do want to point out that while there are, if you're referring to a few reports and target prices of brokerages, I don't think it's appropriate for me to ask my guess what the rationale of that would be, because each report spells that out. Having said that, I'm going to take Ramki's question. He's asking about sales specifically, Vijay, and he's asking whether divestment in some of their steel plants will benefit them, how, whether to bet on this counter. What would you say?
If you follow the results which SAIL has posted, I think that this is one company which is completely undervalued. Look at the global steel prices. So they are touching the skies. As compared to India, I think that there is still scope. SAIL is one of the largest manufacturers of steel in India. The stock is available at a price to earning of 5.5. It is completely undervalued. So I would recommend that even if you want to buy at these levels, so keep on buying, and I think that this stock has the potential of reaching 200, 250, even 300 if somebody holds with a longer term perspective. So this stock can definitely double up. So it's going to be a portfolio company. So I'm fairly bullish on the entire metal packs. SAIL is extremely good on the charts. Fundamentally also, that there has been a change in the management, which has been doing very good. So I think that post the results this quarter, we would see a price to earning revision. It might go down to even 4.5. So at these valuations, any stock, any company which is which has an MCAP of over 51,000 crores looks very good and very exciting.
Himanshu Bhandari, and he has Power Grid, which he's purchased at 204 rupees per share. Should I hold or sell? And what should be the target for the next 1 month? Mandar, this one also is for you. Power Grid, Himanshu has purchased at 204 rupees per share.
So 204 means he's bought it at current levels. Now on the charts, the stock has an important support at 190. He should continue to hold. The stop loss for this trade would be around 186, and on the upside I am expecting a move to levels of 250, 260 in the next few weeks. So he should continue to hold.
Okay, we've got a question coming in from Aarti. And on a couple of counters, Mandar, that have been buzzing. So Tata Motors and Tata Motors DVR. But Aarti is also named Tata Chemicals. You don't necessarily need to speak about all of them, but preferably if you can speak about the DVR and Tata Motors. She's got 2 lakh rupees that she's thinking of investing in right now for the mid to long term. Is this a good time to enter?
Now see, if you look at the charts of Tata Motors, then the right time to enter Tata Motors was when it generated a breakout at around those levels of 360. Now this breakout happened after it consolidated for 8 months. So that was the right time to get in, because when you enter, when a breakout happens, your stop loss is close by, so your risk is manageable and the returns are there. That's the reason why you get into the trade. Now from 360, the stock has already displayed a sharp move last week to current highs of 520. So I think right now, if you enter a trade, the risk would be very high. So wait for the stock to consolidate and then maybe you can take a view. The same view is for Tata Motors DVR as well. Now when I say this, that does not mean that the level that one should enter is also important and has to be taken into care. So Tata Motors DVR currently trading around 250, 255. It also looks stretched. So wait for the stock to consolidate and then maybe a fresh breakout. That's the point when you can think of buying fresh. If you hold, then continue to hold. The stocks are going to be good performance in the coming 1 year.
This one is from Kunal Kaushik. He is asking, will we ever see a rally in HDFC Life? He's saying that he's bought it at an average price of 625 rupees per share, knowing it has strong fundamentals, but it hasn't performed in a long time. Vijay, what's your take coming in on HDFC Life? Do you think that Kunal will ever see the stock rally from here?
Well, I think that COVID had a very, harsh treatment with the balance sheets of all the life companies. whatever the government data says, but again, the data which the companies, the life insurance companies have come out with, they have settled a lot of claims. So definitely it has taken a toll on the balance sheet. Although insurance business, life insurance business per se is a very good profitable business, but again in pandemics, nobody can actually understand what the actual aftermath would be. But yes, the stock has corrected quite a bit from the highs of almost 780 to almost 100 rupees down. I would say that you should have a stop loss of close to 650. Keep on holding the stock because the correction has already happened. And again, it is a fantastic management, a good company. The settlement has been the claim settlement ratio is excellent. So I would say that just keep on hanging around and just have some patience. The stock would start showing up sooner or later, maybe a quarter or so more. But yes, I think I'm also fairly bullish on HDFC Life with a longer term perspective.
Okay, Mandar, coming back to you, we've got a question from Ray on Aurobindo Pharma. He's looking for a 3-month time horizon, and any targets that you can provide, would you suggest that you can enter at these levels?
See, Aurobindo Pharma has been an underperformer in the last few months. So we have seen the stock fall from those levels of 1,000 to recent lows of around 660. And now for the last 2 months, the stock has been consolidating. It has got a range, a lower side support is around 680 and 700. And on the upside, 750 to 770 is a resistance. So between these two levels, I would avoid this stock. Yes, once the stock managed to generate a breakout above this level of 770, that would be the right time to get into this trade, because if I enter into a consolidation, my holding time is going to increase and unnecessarily increase. So wait for a breakout above 770 to happen. That's the point when the move will actually start, and on the upsides we can have targets of 850, 880 as well. So watch a level of 770. Once a breakout happens, then you can think of a fresh entry.
And he's accumulated Bharti Airtel over 1,000 shares at a price of around 496 rupees per share. He wants to know whether he should book profits at around 700. Do you think there is room for the stock to go up till 800 in the next 6 to 9 months? So what's your take, Mandar? How are the charts looking for Bharti Airtel? Definitely a stellar outperformer in this particular counter, at least for Deepak.
Yeah, rightly said. So two things. One is he's bought at a very good level. So a big thumbs up to him. And second important thing is when you look at the long-term chart of Bharti Airtel, the stock after consolidating or facing resistance at levels of 535 and 590 for 13 to 14 years, after that longer time period, the stock has managed to break past this resistance. So that's an extremely bullish indication. This tells me, when I read the charts, it tells me that this stock is going to be a multi-bagger in the future. So not next month, but yes, if you have a long-term view, 1 to 3 years of investment time period, this stock can surely be a multi-bagger. Continue to hold the stock. Your stop loss for the trade right now is around 610. And on the upsides, I expect this stock, the short-term target for this stock should be around 850. But with a long-term view, I'm expecting the target to be around 1100 to 1200.
Okay, I forgot to mention that we're back on WhatsApp, and we have been taking WhatsApp queries. So from the number of messages, Cheryl, that have come in, I don't think that anybody assumed that it was off to begin with. We've got a question coming in from Puneet. Network 18 is the counter, Mandar, and his buying price is 80. The stock is currently at 88.5 or 88.25. Is gaining significantly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's gained significantly over the past couple of weeks as well. What would you say in terms of the very short term targets? His target for tomorrow is 100. Can it reach that level?
I think that is possible. 100 rupees possible upsides are there, and the reason for that is, if you look at the last 10-11 years of chart, there is an important level at around 71. So the stock went to from 2011, level of 71 has been acting as a resistance. Multiple times the stock has gone to that level of 71 and it has fallen down. And now after these many years, the stock has managed to generate a breakout last week. So this is a strong indication. You can also look at volumes, the kind of pickup that the volumes have seen is an addition to the bullishness that the stock is showing us. So I think yes, short term upsides to 100, 105 are quite possible, but I would with a stop loss at around 70 rupees, I would recommend an investment view in this, because on the upside, I have targets of 165 and 180 in the next 6 months to 1 year.
Sorry, Vijay, to keep you waiting, but this one also is actually a short-term query, and I'll take this one to Mandar, and this one is coming from Sagar. He wants a view on Indigo. He's bought about 5,000 shares at around 1,000 rupees levels as a positional play when all the airlines were closed, and now it has given 2 times the return. Should I continue to hold on to it for the next few quarters, as the aviation sector is a very cost consuming? So what's your take, Mandar, on the charts? How does Indigo look like?
Long term chart is looking good. So if you look at the chart right from its listing, the stock used to trade between levels of 800, and on the upsides it had a resistance at around 1900. So that's a big range, but for these many years, 5-6 years, the stock was continuously trading between this range. Now for the last 2 months, the stock has managed to change this level and now is trading above 1900. So that's a positive indication. This is telling me of good things which the price is anticipating in the future. So therefore continue to hold, have a stop loss at around 1860. Yes, that is deep down from the current levels, but that's the valid stop loss that the stock has. And on the upsides, this stock can be a multi-bagger. So therefore continue to hold, have a long-term view, that is 1 to 2 years minimum, and this stock should be able to generate good kind of returns for you.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to start the rapid fire segment. Mandar, you're probably not familiar with this. This is where we bombard you a little bit with queries, and we try and take as many as possible over the course of 2 minutes. So do keep your answer and your rationale as short as possible, preferably about 1 line or so, and just whether you would say buy, sell or avoid altogether. Vijay, the first one's for you. ONGC is the name of the counter. The viewer is Kartavya. Bought it, I don't know what level, but in September of 2020, wondering whether to hold on or whether there are more buying opportunities ahead.
Well, I think one can book profits at this level and wait for the stock to come down. So book profit is the call.
All right, this one is actually coming in from Johan. Should I hold Gulf Oil Lubricants? Average buy price is at around 643 rupees per share. What's your take on this one, Mandar?
The stock is consolidating, so hold with a stop loss at 574.
Okay, Ashok Leyland, Mandar is the next counter. We've got a viewer who's bought at levels of 125. Do say what your name is, guys, generally. He's been holding for the last 3 months. Should they continue to hold?
Yes, I think continue to hold, have a stop loss at 133. This is going to be an awesome opportunity in the future.
This one is from Lakshmi on National Fertilizers, has purchased about 300 shares at 68 rupees per share. What should she do? Continue to hold on to it? What's your take, Vijay?
I think the new gas policy is a big thumbs up for the entire fertilizer space, and their production cost will go down. And post a good monsoon, generally we'll see the next sowing season. So I think fertilizer will do well. So keep on holding the stock, and I think that this stock has the potential of going up.
Vijay, Persistent Systems being held for 5 years. Neeta is asking this question. Holding 2,000 shares, should she hold on or book profits?
Well, I think that markets are also at a lifetime high, and IT has shown a lot of growth, and so must be the portfolio of this lady. So I would say that just book profits at this point of time, and preferably wait for some kind of a correction to happen and get into another good IT company like Wipro or a TCS or an HCL. So definitely, it's a good picking, and one should book profits.
Alright, and with that we come to the end of the query segment as well as the rapid fire. Thank you Mandar as well as Vijay for joining us on the show and actually resolving the viewer queries as well as giving us a view on HDFC Bank. And on that note, we'll slip into a break on this edition of Buy Now Sell Now. More on the other side, so don't go anywhere.